Hi guys, my channel again from Time to Invest. My name's Alcio. I'm just broadcasting from Australia. Today is the 20th of June 2016. Just bringing just a quick update about what's going on around the gold prices and the Brit exit the euro. As you can see on the screen, we've got the gold price. This is live, and the gold prices in Australia is 1,750, 749. It's changing as you can see. And US is 1,299.90. And the silver is 23 in Australia, 23.71 and 17.61 in US. Um, just a quick update about this. This is live, and this channel is a very good update channel. Now, as you can see, things are happening around the world, and we are concerned about the Brit exiting the euro. It's been a concern about Britain exiting the euro. So this is another website here, Kiko. Very good insight website. So what's happening is the news last week. We had PM Joe Cox was murdered and just murdered outside. Apparently, was outside the house when she was getting ready to go out and campaign about staying with, staying in Europe. She's campaigning about Britain staying, not leaving, and she was murdered. So she was shot 3 times and she was stabbed multiple times as well. Um, the media had broadcasted in a way that politically way that or whoever must have done that it's against Britain leaving the euro, and therefore the whole situation was suspended, which it was good that Cameron, the Prime Minister, suspended in respect to to the minister that just been killed, and da 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 da. So, but the media reported in a way, political way, that we do not know any relationship between this person killing her, or what was going on, or if he had any other different issues with her, or if he knew her, or what was the motive of killing her. No one knows. So that hasn't been reported, and that's what critical thinkers do. So we always think about what would somebody just out of the blue go and shoot a PM who's campaigning for Britain to stay? Nothing to do with she's campaigning to stay or to go, but why would he kill her? Why would he kill her? What was the motive for him to kill her? No one really knows the motive, so that's been kind of speculation and is being investigated at the moment. But the media just reported that, oh, because she's campaigning to stay in Euro, that could be the motive that she was killed and da 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 da. Therefore, gold went really up. Gold just went up to $33 you know, um, in that period of that week with that news. So gold just climbed $33 on top of 1,000. I believe it was 1,000. Um, 1,270. So you climb up to 1,300, the US one. And silver just play up and down a little bit, a couple of dollars up and down. I don't want to stay in this subject for too long, but I feel sorry for what had happened to her, and we're still going to move on with this referendum, which is being set to be done on 23rd of June 2016 in UK. Um, we are going to be waiting for this vote. So in my belief is, regardless what happened now, because the rabbit is out of the bag, and the way I say the rabbit is out of the bag is because Britain already said they want to leave, and a majority of people really want to leave from this Europe community convention, whatever, because they're not getting any benefits, and they just realize that they have no rights and they have no solvency, and they don't want to end up like Greece. So therefore, they vote to leave, and majority are saying, we want to leave, and it was so serious and so critical that Barack Obama even rang David Cameron to make sure that Britain do not leave the euro. This is how serious things are getting at the moment. So I'll hope you guys just tune up and or listen to my channels if you can. And I'm trying to make videos like short videos, not 45 minutes, about like 20 minutes or so you can tune up on my videos really quickly when you're driving or going to work. And yeah, so to carry on, this is what's happening at the moment. So I think the United States already said to the Britain nation, do not leave. We've got too much money involved. The euro is involved. There's a lot of European people, rich billionaires, who put money into this euro thing. And there's no way you can leave now. You cannot leave, Can you make every possible way and certainly ensure that you will not leave, because you can't leave, you know? And they doing a campaign and they throwing about from what I read, I think it was a couple of $1 million, $5 million or something, that they throwing over to the David Cameron to go out there and campaign about Britain stay and how good it is for Britain to stay and da 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 da. The problem is that now if they stay or if they go, um, the rabbit is out of the bag, because is the confidence that the market always look for. The market always looks on the confidence. So they can see that there's no confidence in the euro anymore. So couple of months ago, last year or before that, last year or so, Greece done the same thing. They wanted to leave. They vote, and they vote with majority. They wanted to leave. What happened then? Nobody really knows. German comes over, takes over, right? Volker takes over and decide, nah, Greece is going nowhere. They cannot leave. The European community is now, the IMF is now controlling all those countries. So they have no solvency in saying we want to vote, because the people of the country can vote, but the people of IMF and the euro, they the one that make the laws now. So even if you vote for them to exit, or you put a new prime minister there who wants to leave the euro, right? If the masters of the Arab, if the masters of EU don't want you to leave, you will not leave, because they've paid for you. They've paid money into your country for the last 10 years, right? For what it is now. So therefore, they make the decisions now. That's how you lose your sovereignty, because they make the decisions and you just go along with it. Doesn't matter if you vote for David Cameron, or if you vote for Yaroslav, or if you vote for anywhere, any country in Europe, they lose their sovereignty if they stay, and they cannot leave. Well, Britain has got a little bit of chances because they don't use the same euro money currency, and they still have their pound, and let's see what's going to happen. I think they will stay. I think everyone will vote to leave, but like the all saying is, do not matter who votes. They do not care how many people are voting and what they're voting for. All they do care is who's counting the votes. So as long as you remember that, it doesn't matter you go and vote, or 90% vote to leave and 20% vote to stay. What matters is who's going to be counting those votes. And is that person part of EU? Is that person is going to be absolutely direct, right? To make sure all the votes say stay in euro. They absolutely corrupt in when it comes to doing the election and voting, things like that. So that's why it does not matter. That's just a show, oh, let's go and vote, and that's just to make people believe that there's democracy. But in the end, I don't think there's any democracy there at all. Because if that was the case, then we could all have a restricted website linking to account numbers that you could vote live, and you could know instantaneously if Britain stays or Britain goes, really, by just pressing the button on your mobile phone and add your number, your vote to either yes or no, according to your registration, mobile phone registration, or whatever. That could easily be done, but why don't they want to do that? Because they want to be in control. And if the majority say we want to leave, and it's all showing in there, we want to leave, it will be very hard for them to go back and say, no, 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 you have to stay because we want you to stay. No. In this way, they can always go and count the votes on back doors, and they can always say, no, 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 the votes are saying that we stay. And that's how they manipulate and control majority of votes and presidents and things like that. Let's carry on. So I think they will vote to go, but they will stay regardless. And either way, the gold and silver will be increasing because the confidence has been broken. So people already know that there's no confidence there and there's uncertainty there, and no one really believes this euro anymore. So the gold and silver is going to still take off and go on. Um, so as you can see, this is a good documentary here, but Greeks is only a piece of a puzzle. So you can read this when you have some time. I don't want to waste too much of your time here. I'm going to carry on to next topic here really quickly. I want to bring you over the US national debt clock, and you can actually dial that on your computer, and you can see, as you can see on my screen right now, this is the official US debt clock live. So you can see the US national debt is $19 trillion, $19 trillion with a T. The way I can help you guys count it really quickly, you go from very end where it's got the three numbers at the end. There are zeros, and then you have hundreds, then you have thousands, and then you have millions. So you have thousands, you have hundreds, thousands, million, billion, and then trillion. That's the way you can sort of look at that way. It's easy to remember. You can see the debt clock. This is the live debt clock of the United States, and even the numbers that shows green, total national assets. That's only an asset because it's in the United States, and they've got a nation army that can defend it. Because if it was elsewhere, that probably would show red because you have to go out there and get it. Um, but the purpose of me bringing you over to this website is to show you, as you can see, I'm moving the mouse right over to the precious metals. And you can see the dollar to silver ratio at the moment. It says now right at the top there, but as you can see, this is the dollar to silver ratio. And it says that it's 844.21 cents per ounce. So the silver is actually value at the moment. It doesn't show on the gold and silver website, but once the collapse, uh, once the reset comes and we have the collapse, as we speak at the moment, the dollar, the silver, the 1 ounce of silver should be valued at 844 and 21 ounces. So $844 and 21 cents per ounce. That's how much the silver should be. And how much have we got there for silver at the moment? Like $17 and 50 something, for the silver. You can see how manipulated it is. From 844 to $17. Oh my God, that's really manipulated. Gold will be, or it should be, at $7,622 per ounce. So gold with 7,600, nearly 8,000, and silver is 800, nearly 9,000. And then the copper, which is copper is about $3 something. It should be about $19.74 per ounce, dollars per ounce. So you can see how manipulated they can play with currencies because they still have the power to print and the power to lower rates and increase rates. So they're not going to increase any more rates. I don't think they have any more room to increase rates because this bank collapse, this world crash, the biggest collapse on the history of mankind is coming, and it's coming this year. um it's coming this year. It's going to start by the end of the year, before the elections, and it's going to erupt really, really crazy. um so I'll show you really quickly the Australian debt so you can compare it. So the Australian debt, the total government debt is $753 billion. This is how much Australian have in debt, $753 billion. And most of you remember when Kevin Rudd, when we had the collapse in 2008, and Kevin Rudd decided to spread out $42 billion to every parent and family, which came to equivalent of $1,500 per family because Australians got about 23, 24 million in population. So everyone, mothers and moms and dads and kids, they got combined for a household, they got about $1,500 from the government. There was $42 billion spread out. So now our debt, our total government debt, is $753 billion. The household debt, it's 1,700,000,000,000 67,000 or million and 175,000, which is still growing, as you can see on the clock there. So we are in trouble. We are in a big, big trouble as well, and no one is talking about it. You have one side of the government, the Liberals are saying, Malcolm Turnbull is saying, oh well, we can reduce money here, we can do this, we can do that. And then you have Bill Shorten saying, oh, I can save money by take it from Joe and give it to Peter, and take it from Peter and give it to Joe. In the end of the day, it doesn't matter who you vote for. We are going to experience some very, very dark ages coming down soon. In Australia and worldwide, we're going to experience that. So you need to be prepared. You need to have some gold, some silver, which will change. Things will change. So if this collapse happen, and if you have some gold and silver stashed up somewhere, uh, on saving somewhere, uh, that gold and silver will help you recovery, which you still suffering, but you will still be recovering much faster than anyone else. So I'll leave you guys with this concept really, that you need to have gold and silver, that Australian is not immune. We're next to China, and US will go, China will go, so we will go. There's no way about it to say, oh, we'll be fine. There's just no way about it unless you live in the la la land and you don't want to know about it, you don't want to hear about it. So that's what the problem is, guys. And do your own check out, see what's going on there. As you can see, the clock's still going, there's no stopping on the clock, and the US election is coming up to an end, and either will be Hillary Clinton or will be Donald Trump or even Bernie Sanders, but more Hillary or Donald Trump. And whatever way that goes, they're going to have to confront a big, big collapse. So they're going to have a very, very, very economic experience and challenges that they're going to come through to make this change. So I won't be much longer. Be safe, be secure, guys, and take care. I'll leave you now.